Doing out there, East Texas. I am John, and I am here with Brett and Shai from Caldwell Banker. How are you guys doing?
Doing great, John. How are you this morning?
I'm doing just fine. So, you guys got a little something to talk about today?
Yeah, so this morning we want to talk about, with it being the beginning of December here, we're getting close to the Christmas holiday. I know we've got lots of things going on. In my house, personally, Eric the Elf was up causing mischief this morning, and lots of people are out there. They're busy shopping. They're getting ready to make these big meals for the holiday, having guests over, getting stuff cleaned up in the house, ready for this extra entertaining that they're going to be doing. And we've got a little list this morning. Maybe help take some of the stress off your shoulders this holiday season while you're getting your house on the open market. We prepared a simple seller's checklist for you.
Yeah, great time to go ahead and take care of some of these things. People are already stirring about. You're putting up your Christmas decorations, dusting off the menorah for Hanukkah. You're getting all in the festive spirit. You want the place cleaned up and looking good. You got guests coming in anyway, so why not go ahead and take care of a few things that'll help you get your house sold.
Yeah, one of the biggest things most people, when they're getting ready to sell their house, that they can do to get ready for the process is looking around, making some little small fixes that you can do on your own. Inspect your home from a buyer's eyes. You never know how much a little paint and elbow grease can go a long way to getting these things taken care of.
Yeah, just where you've had that couch against the wall, it's been scuffing it up a little bit, or you've had that light switch cover over here in that guest bathroom that gets used like 3 times a year that's broken in half. A dollar light switch cover can go a pretty good long way on the appearance of a house.
Yeah, that's true. Next thing you can do is consult your realtor. Find you a good local realtor like here at Caldwell Banker in Gun Barrel City. These people can help take some of the time constraints that you may have while you're getting these other things prepared and help you with such items as placing ads for you. They can field some phone calls. That's one of the big things. A lot of people, with the amount of phone calls they receive when they got their house listed on the open market, the realtor can give you that extra time.
Yeah, I know personally, years ago before I got into real estate, whenever I was in my early 20s, I had my first cell phone. But even at that time, I remember people I knew would call me and I would stare at that phone until it stopped ringing just to send back a text asking, "What do you need? What are you up to?" So I know sometimes, if you're not in a profession where you're dealing with phone calls all day, every day, sometimes, getting your phone rang off the hook dozen, 2 dozen times, 300 times during a day can be exhausting.
Yeah, they're always at the most inappropriate times while you're out to dinner, out shopping, at your kids' sports games and everything.
Yeah, one of the things your realtor does is he's your professional answering machine for you.
That's a good thing for you. The other thing they can do, they can help make signs for advertisement for your house. And
yeah, you have a whole sign machine and kind of sign department in the brokerage, don't you?
Yes, sir. That's one thing we really enjoy there is getting the appropriate signage on your property for the advertising, letting people know that it is for sale.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because one thing that we're able to do there at Caldwell Banker is we're able to in-house make a lot of our own personal custom signs. So sometimes we can make certain signs that are a little bit bigger, a little bit fit in a little bit better with your property, advertising exactly what you have to help you get that little bit more notice, either from the street or from the boat dock. Even people out playing on the lake. There are still people that go out on the lake this time of year. We get a lot of the fishing crowd around December and January that are still out, and they see those signs hanging on those boat docks.
Mm-hmm. They might be looking for that next spring fishing hole there to call their home. Okay. They can also help provide experience in the negotiations of your property. Sometimes whenever you're getting their house on the market and this busy time of year, you don't have time to coordinate all the different aspects that you need to have to get your house through the selling process.
Okay. You've spoke about the signs. What about the pricing? What can you offer as far as helping with that pricing of a house for getting it sold?
One thing a realtor can do for you is we can search through the MLS and help provide a quality market analysis. This is a pricing scheme that it helps go on recently sold properties, but not only that, you also your current competition to try to see where you fit in, getting it currently priced.
So you're not doing a tax appraisal for gathering taxes, and you're not doing a standard appraisal, which an appraiser with an appraisal license would do. What you're doing is you're looking at the market, both what's sold, but those houses are off the market, but also the current competition that you have on the market against you with similar houses, and trying to come up with a price that both meets the needs of the sellers for what they need to get for their house, but also makes it competitive for getting it sold in today's market.
Yeah, correct. I mean, and although we will take into these aspects of these appraisers into consideration, it is very important to know what the appraisers are looking for, because at the end of the deal, you will have an appraiser come out, and the pricing will be very important in that stage as well.
Okay. What else do you got on the list? You have here getting your house cleaned up and decluttered.
Yeah, one of the most important things is when you're getting ready to move, go ahead and start on that process. Start cleaning out and decluttering. There's lots of little items, especially your personal items, that you're not going to need in the house. You can go ahead and get them out of the way. You want to keep some of your bigger furniture maybe for staging purposes, but if you've got 4 or 5 couches in the living room, maybe scale that back a little bit. Maybe you're used to just walking through certain areas of your home, but you want to try to open it up as much as you can.
Yeah, so right now is a great time. You know, you've got those personal effects, the little knickknacks, the little tchotchkes on a shelf here, sitting on a countertop there. You know, maybe some things that have just kind of built up and piled. At our house, you know, we have what we call our landing area, where everybody comes in the front door and everything just gets laid down there. And when people leave, what they bring in, about 90% of it goes. And so you get a little bit of accumulation over the years. So getting rid of that, the holidays seem to be a great time to pack up some of that for the holidays. You can just box it up, put it in the garage, planning on moving anyways. So get that out of the way and bring in your Christmas decorations and decorate right for Christmas. Make it a fun, festive house, warm, inviting, beautiful, that people come in and they feel the holiday spirit, and they want to look around and they want to be there and make it their home.
Yeah, open and flowing. That way people can move throughout the house and really check out the house easily. And like you want to say, inviting. And although we are decorating for our family to come over, sometimes one thing we suggest to our clients is maybe getting rid of your really personal knickknacks. Your family photos, things like this will allow people to come in and view the house more as their home rather than visiting your home.
Yeah, decorating for the holidays is a great time to both make your house festive, but also make it neutral to where it appeals to the widest amount of people. Because when somebody comes to buy your house, you're not selling them your house, you're selling them their future house. You're selling them their home. So they want to be at home in the house they want to be at home at. If it's still your house, it kind of takes some of the edge off of the showing there.
Yeah, and I mean, you can always move these things if you don't have enough storage area. A back bedroom is good, but if you've got a carport garage, or even consider renting out a storage building, you're going to be in a transition phase from this to your new home already. So,
okay, what else you got for us today?
One thing that sellers don't consider sometimes is what we call a pre-listing inspection. When your buyer comes looking at your home, one of the things they're going to be doing is getting an inspection of the home. Sellers can also hire an inspector ahead of time to go around before you get your house on the market and pick out some of these items that the buyer's inspector is going to be looking at later, giving you the time to go ahead and remedy these things before it goes on the market.
So these inspectors out there that buyers hire to look at a house, to give them an honest overview of what the house is like. Is it in good condition? Is it in not so good a condition? As a seller, I'm free to hire that same professional before a buyer even comes and looks at the house?
Yes, or any of these professional vendors that the buyer hires, the seller is also free to hire, and we also suggest this. It's a good idea to help, like we said earlier, see your property from the buyer's perspective, and go ahead and take care of some of these things that buyer inspector is going to find anyways.
So I could hire a guy, and it's likely that it could be hired by the buyer of their own choice later on, But if I hire this inspector at the beginning, I can find some of these issues, and if I want to, then it gives me time. What you're saying is to shop around, find contractors I'm comfortable with. If I chose to go ahead and have these items repaired and addressed, that way they're fixed. It's fixed on my time schedule rather than waiting till I've got a contract, I've got an offer, the buyer's inspector finds these items, and now we're having to negotiate repairs or reduction in price, delay a closing, possibly lose a sale. This sounds like something that, a few $100s, anywhere from maybe $250, $500, maybe a little bit more, could be very well worth it right at the beginning of my listing to know really what is my house like? Where does it need to be maintained?
Yeah, we've seen this save lots of time during a contract because these repairs, not only could that $500 inspection help you take care of thousands of dollars worth of negotiations later on, but dragging out the contract whenever you've got certain closing dates, things that need to be filed by certain dates, it could help you try to meet these deadlines on time.
Okay. What else you got for us today?
Getting your home ready for your show days. Once you've taken care of some of these items and your home is now on the market, we would like to tell you about a few things to get it ready, such as maybe your valuables. Most people are honest out there, but why tempt them?
Yeah.
Go ahead and free your home of these valuables. Just put them away. Maybe some fresh cut flowers. A lot of people, some flowers sitting on your dining room table, or some little pansies out in the flower bed on the encroach to the house, really does help the appeal when people are coming in.
So with the hiding the valuables, during the rest of the year, we know about, you don't want to leave that Rolex laying on your dresser. You don't want to leave that nice tennis bracelet on the bathroom vanity. But here at the holidays, we've also got everybody's out gift shopping. So one of the things you might want to be conscious about, if your house is on the market, taking those gifts for your kids, and rather than storing them at your house, maybe mom, dad, brother, sister, aunt, uncle, you can store it at their house because you've got people coming in, and most of the time, most people are honest, like you're saying. But sometimes, you got to help keep some people a little bit more honest. So no use tempting the devil when you don't have to.
Right. It's just like the lock on your front door. Just a little bit of deterrent can go a long way.
Yeah. Okay.
Another thing is we all have our four-legged furry friends.
Oh, we love our furry friends.
Yeah, but everybody else, they have their furry friends as well that are coming to look at your house. And one thing we suggest is getting them out of the way during showings. Maybe if you got a backyard, a kennel, or if you have the ability to take them with you. This helps not only just like a person coming into your home and wanting to feel like it is their home, their pets. This is going to be their pet's home as well. And sometimes another pet in the vicinity could cause a little tension there.
Yeah, if I'm a cat person and a dog person is coming to look at my house, cats and dogs have a little bit of history throughout the world. We don't have to make guesswork about their international relations these days. We know that it could get kind of a bit of a brouhaha going between a prospective buyer's dog and your cat, or your cat and their dog, or pet turtle, or furry duck. I mean, whatever you choose to have as a furry friend or a good pet there. You want to be conscious about that, both for protecting your animals and your pets, but also for the safety of those coming that may be with people looking at your home.
That's very correct. The other thing we want to do is once you've got these done, start organizing for your move. The ultimate goal is to get your house sold and to move. And so why wait till the last minute? You can schedule these things ahead of time. Go ahead and hire movers before they're already booked up at the time of sale. Maybe pack up some of your belongings like we were talking about earlier. If you've already got them packed and ready to go, when the sale gets closer to time, they'll be easier to load into that truck, or if you've already got them in the storage building to take to your new location.
Yeah, I know. If I've got things laying around my house that I have not even touched or looked at in 10, 15 years. So, if I haven't used something in 15 years, the likelihood of me using it in the next 15 days is rather slim. So it might be an opportunity to go ahead and pack that up. And even some things, while you're doing that, you can look at it and say, do I even need this anymore in my life, or am I just keeping this for the sake of keeping it? Certain mementos definitely I want to keep. My pictures, souvenirs from places I've gone to, those things. But the old broken lazy boy that's in my garage that I've had there for the last 5 years. Do I really need that still in my life? I'm going to have to move it whenever I go to sell my house. So I might as well take a conscious look at what I'm doing with that broken lazy boy.
Mm-hmm. And maybe not the broken lazy boy, but some of these items that you don't need anymore. Be a good time of year to donate. Possibly have a yard sale. Might actually help you make a little extra cash for that moving process as well.
Yeah, make a little cash off of a garage sale, either for the moving or if you want to hire one of these inspections, right there at the beginning of your listing to see what condition your house is in.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Today we also got some properties available. What do we got? What do we got on our property list, Brett?
The first one I want to talk about today is over at 13818 County Road 2857. Now this is over in Eustis, Texas, and this is some great East Texas country living just south of downtown over there. It's a large 3-bedroom, 2-bath brick home. It's approximately 2,357 square feet, and that's not counting the 3-car garage outside that could also be used as a workshop. This thing sits on 22 acres of just flat pasture land out there that's got gray hay production. I think that the guy said they were getting over 100 bales.
Yeah, over 100 bales of cutting at one point.
Yeah, very, very good hay production out there. It's got a very nice deep swimming pool. It's deep enough that they've got a slide and a diving board there, so it's got some depth to it. And 2 ponds also located on the property. Very good getaway just south of Eustis, Texas here, and that's going for $265,000.
$265,000. That sounds like a great value, something worth stopping by and taking a look at.
Yeah, I'll tell you, with current land prices, the land alone is just about worth that.
Yeah, it is. We also got one right over here at 1235 Oak Tree Drive in Athens. It's 3-bedroom, 3-bath on about 3/4 of an acre. There goes between 2 corners. So you have 2 corner lots there with it. Fireplace, 2-car garage with an additional metal workshop that you could put another car in. You can keep your lawnmowers, just do your tinkering, whatever. Wonderful wraparound driveway through it. Beautiful landscape there. Great trees right there in the Dogwood subdivision in Athens. $245,000. That is a great buy in Athens.
That neighborhood.
Yeah, and you got to drive by, see this house. Beautiful red brick home right there off the loop in Athens. Need to stop by and see that one today.
Of course, definitely. We've got another one over here just north of Maybank. It's at 15180 Cedar Acres Loop. This is a 4-bedroom, 3-bath, 2,685 square feet home that sits on a little bit over 7 acres. Just north of town there. Good country living. It's a big open concept home. I love it, just north of town, just north of where I'm living there. And this time of year, the one big feature that really stands out to me is that double-sided stone fireplace. It's a large one. It'll really heat up that living area and that master suite over there.
Okay. You also got one over here on Harbor Point, correct?
Yes, at 803 Harbor Point Road. This is a lovely little gray brick home. It's a 3-bed, 2-bath home. It's got a 2-car garage, about 1,560 square feet, going for $140,000. It's located just a couple of minutes from shopping in Gun Barrel. It's in the Maybank School District here. Very nice little starter home.
Okay. And then we have this one over at 150 Anderson in Maybank. Technically, it's going to be in Payne Springs in Cedar Branch Park. Waterfront home, 3-bedroom, 2-bath brick home, about 2,000 square feet, 2-car carport, has 137 feet of shoreline on this property.
Wow.
I mean, it is a great house, wonderful under the house storage on the back side, big elevated deck. You can see great view of the lake out there, wonderful trees, easy access. Just reduced to $165,000. You can be on the water on Cedar Creek Lake in a brick home for $165,000.
Nice, quiet neighborhood. That's a great place to be
Yes,
right there.
Cedar Branch Park is one of those hidden gems of the lake. Some of the best water depths on the lake there. Go by and check that out today.
Yeah, I know while we're out, we always measure the water depth, and consistently Cedar Branch Park has some of the deepest water anywhere on the lake.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite subdivisions out there.
Now, before we wrap up today, I want to tell you about Monica over here at Service First Mortgage in Canton. We've been dealing a lot with her lately, and she's got a couple of good programs out there for you right now. Not just your standard FHA and VA programs, but one of the new things they have right now that's very exciting. She says right now, if you can get all of your paperwork and everything to her by December 10th, they can have you in your new home by the end of the year.
Okay. Now, there's going to be some exclusions apply definitely on that, condition of the house. But all things working and clicking together. On her side, she's saying that by Sunday, which means you probably want to give her a call today to get things going today, that if you've got a house in mind and you get on it, call her today. She can possibly wrap up her side by the end of the year. Less than a month. That's about 20 days or so that she's saying. That is phenomenal.
Yeah, give her a call, get pre-approved, and we will find that perfect house to get you into by the end of the year. And you can always give her a call at 214-718-8326.
Okay. She also has another program going, correct, with a zero down?
Oh, the zero down program. Yeah, we'll tell them about that.
Okay, the zero down program, this means that depending on the program she can get you qualified for, she has a program that you can get into a house with a 0% down payment. Now, there may be some other closing costs and things like that, but versus like an FHA that's about 3.5% down, a lot of your conventional programs are about a 5% down, and then sometimes, depending on if you've got a unique property, it may be upwards of 20% down. She has got a 0% down payment program for you. But you'd have to call her to get those details, correct?
That'd be correct. And you can typically roll all of those closing costs into the later payments, correct?
Sometimes you can. You just have to talk to her and see about your specific situation. But for 0% down payment, I'd definitely give her a call, 214-718-8326. And if you need that number or need to find out more information or finding that house, how do they get a hold of you, Brett?
You can always give me a call at 903-340-6301 or email me at lbrettcillian@gmail.com.
Or I'm Shai. You can get a hold of me at 903-340-6159. Or if you want to call our office, Coldwell Banker, American Dream Realty, right there in the heart of Gun Barrel City. We're at 600 West Main. You can give us a call at 903-887-7055. 903-887-7055. And one of our great agents will be waiting there, ready to help you find that great home, get your home on the market, or help you with any part of the process, finding a vendor, a lender, whatever you need.
Yeah. Well, thanks for having us today, John.
Yeah, no problem. It's always good having you guys out here.
Yeah.
All right.
We look forward to it next week, and holidays are coming up, so
Yes, they are.
we appreciate it again.
All right, guys. Thanks for coming out. And, folks, you're listening to 95.9 KCKL, and we will be back shortly with some more great music and the Trading Post.